Ignition on. Bit of choke on. Let's crank it and see if we get explosions or what. Did you hear it run? Did you hear it run? No way! Alright, let's empty anything out of the tank that shouldn't be there, like stale old fuel. So I'm just going to undo this a bit. So I've got my waste bucket and a pipe, and all I'm going to do is pull that one off and somehow wangle this one on, and let's drain the fuel. Snuffing at me. Makes for a good degreasant old petrol. It's got that stale smell to it. Let's bang some fuel in. Right. Battery box reinstalled. Negative terminal attached. Giving the battery box and airbox a bit of a clean up. Let's get these coil packs back up and installed. And there's a process to everything. So coil packs and igniters, then a breather pipe gets routed down this way. Ooh. And I'll make sure I tighten that up. Anyone who's worked on Monsters knows that this next fixing is an absolute nightmare. I need like 4 hands to do it. Success. Looks like we can pop a battery in now. Let's get that slotted in. So I'm just attaching the negative terminal, and it's got a cover over it. And I'm thinking, when I first met this bike, it had like tape over the positive terminal, because the positive terminal didn't have a cover on it. Well, we're going to borrow the one from the negative terminal and give it a little cover, but first I'm just going to get some in need of a cup of tea and clean this up. Scotch Brite. Gonna give it a right old clean. And doesn't that look better for the positive terminal? It looks way better. Nice. That looks much better. A little push down. Put some tape around there just to kind of tidy it up a bit, but that's looking nice. Well, apart from the carbs being wide open to the elements, and I haven't done up the Jubilee clips, everything else is connected and viable. So let's turn on the ignition. Ignition on. Bit of choke on. Let's crank it and see if we get explosions or what. Did you hear it run? Did you hear it run? No way! I'm loving it. Oh God, 10 years in, baby. Come on. Come on, baby. Oh, what do I do? Come on. You can do it. Less is more. I don't know. Come on, baby. Can't do the throttle and the starter at the same time. Come on, baby. Just let the battery recover. So lead acid, so there's no point in beating it to death. And also the starter motor, there's no point in like cooking it to death. Wow. All right, a little bit more choke. Let's just see if she's gonna pop. Did you hear that little purr then? A little bit more choke. Come on, baby. You see as she starts to purr, it goes, oh gosh. This is very cool. Goes the fire. Wide open. Come on, baby. Oh, come on! Oh my word, I'm so happy! Oh yes! Now, she does have old oil in her, so I'm not going to ask too much of it. But I think that was absolutely fantastic for a first go. Just kill the ignition and just let everything... There's no point in me sat there going, bram, 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 bram. It's been a decade, yeah? Let's just let the oil get around the engine, just let everything settle. Even though it is old oil, it's still lubricating to some extent. And I have got an oil filter and oil for it. Wasn't that fantastic to hear it running? That has made my day. I am so pleased. I didn't think we were going to get this far. There were so many setbacks along the way. And I've still got to do those leaking seals. There's still little jobs here and there that aren't really little jobs. They're quite big. And what a pleasure to actually see it atomizing fuel and actually running. Because, you know, if I hadn't set the carbs up right, it would have been. But that's with the choke off. So hopefully it will come to life with the choke on, but I'm just going to give it 5 minutes to settle before I even think about cranking it again. I'm really pleased at that, and thank you for all being there with me to actually see its first crank. She's a little bit of a knock on her, but I suspect that's just part of the lack of lubrication, and we noticed it when we took the pipes off of the oil cooler, yeah? The tubes, well, God. I'm too excited, and hardly anything came out, so it just showed that oil hadn't been circulating. What? Okay. Doing my basic checks for any leaks, and yeah, we have one, but that's from a weep hole in the exhaust. And it's water, so that's cool. We're getting any water out of the exhaust, and I did put final solution down fresh just so I could spot any odd leaks or anything going on. And now I'm just going to check the fuel system and just go over things. Very good. I run the bike up, the better it sounds, the looser it's kind of getting. It's been 10 years, isn't it? Cracking bit of kit. It's the pipes contracting. Both having a bit of a tick. Now, it don't tick over yet, but I'm hoping to adjust the idle and we'll see about that. But for the moment, just gentle warm-ups, let it cool down. Gentle warm-ups, let it cool down. Happy days. This is much better.